Lakers and Rockets for the first of 3 games this year. The first 2 are already scheduled in the first half. Third one will be at Staples Center when they send out the next schedule. All right, AD is back, KCP back, so the regular starting lineup intact for the Lakers, and we'll see how that works out here tonight. AD's missed 2 games already this year. David Nwaba, former Laker, is in the starting lineup. They have been without Daniel House Jr. for 4 straight games now with back spasms, and that hurts. But of course, a dynamic backcourt of John Wall and James Harden, as Stu alluded to earlier. Lexus, keys to the game, and Stu.
Well, some of the things they have to think about tonight is just reduce the turnovers. Don't get into a real fast-paced game with a team that wants to just get up and down also and turn the ball over. Then limit how many attempts James Harden gets from the free throw line. He is so good at drawing fouls. And then Christian Wood is a guy that they better really keep in check. He's really developed, and he's having himself a nice start to the season.
Mike Trudell, it wasn't all that long ago that these 2 teams met in the bubble in the second round. Really a dominant series for the Lakers, and one thing they did well, they ran the basketball against them.
Yeah, transition, Bill, was a huge difference in that series. And you mentioned it, the Lakers lost the first one and then won 4 straight, all by double digits, and it was really decisive. So the actual difference in fast break points, though, get this, 84 for the Lakers and just 31 for Houston. And part of the reason that they did that was getting Kentavious Caldwell-Pope flying up and down the wing from three-point line to three-point line. Now this year, the Lakers have been without KCP for the last 4 games, and their points in transition are actually down 4 per game. They averaged about 17 last year. This year it's closer to 13. And when I asked Frank Vogel why that was, the first thing he mentioned was that Kentavious really gives them a lot there as an outlet. And Stu, that's a personal point of pride for him. He wants to be the first one down to give players the option of kicking to him in the corner or kicking ahead or whatnot. So that ends up being a big move, and it's good for the Lakers to get him back in that sense.
Yeah, it really keeps the floor really spread when you got to worry about him from behind the arc in transition.
A little bit different look, wearing their Sunday whites for the Lakers, a little bit different trim. PJ Tucker, we're going to get a turnover on the first possession. It'll be Laker ball.
PJ just stepped out of bounds. When he caught the ball, he pushed off. He put that foot behind him to push off, and he stepped out of bounds.
LeBron and the Lakers, they are 7-3, 4-0 on the road. Remember, they reeled off 14 straight away from home after they lost the first road game last season. LeBron backing down over Harden. Got to get a roll, does not. And there's AD already trying to do work. And it's going to be a foul on Houston or on Davis.
Should be over the back.
It's over the back on Davis. All right. Stu Frank Vogel, he said the win the other night was the quintessential team win. Tell you what, the bench was great. Mike D'Antoni out, Steven Silas in. If that name sounds familiar, it's because his father was a 16-year NBA veteran player and then coached a couple of places also in the league.
Yes, he did. Great individual, too.
A great Paul
Talk about
Silas.
a rebounder.
Harden comes up short. It's been a slow start for James, considering the numbers he normally puts up. Schroeder can't finish and will go the other way.
Not a bad defensive play by John Wall. Schroeder had himself what he thought was going to be a layup, and John Wall actually blocked that shot.
Please talk about the speed of John Wall, even though he's coming off of an Achilles injury.
Well, he's he hasn't played in this is the first season back, a year and a half or so, and doesn't seem like he's slowed up.
No. It was literally 2 calendar years ago that we saw him play last. Another sloppy turnover. Here is LBJ.
Well, that's what the Lakers like to do. Get stops or turnovers, get out in transition, make scoring so much easier.
First bucket of the game is highlight variety of LeBron James. James Harden has led the league 3 years in scoring, over 30 points each one of those times. He has it knocked away. Lakers, defense, offense, kick it out. Flyby, KCP for 3. Not going to get there. And the rebound to John Wall. Wall's a scorer. He likes to get to the basket. Not a great outside shooter. That's where PJ Tucker loves to shoot, the corner 3.
Yeah, that corner 3, they kick it to him in the corner. He's pretty deadly from that position.
He's second in the NBA in three-point percentage here in week number 3. Caldwell-Pope, we welcome him back to the lineup after missing 4 consecutive games. Remember, he was hurt on New Year's Day against San Antonio. You talked about it, Stu. Harden loves to dish. He gives it to Wall. He goes up. Down he goes. Hard foul by Gasol. And we're going to get 2 free throws.
I thought there'd have been a whistle as KCP was trying to draw the charge. He got hit right in the numbers there. No call. That let John Wall continue to the rim, and then Marc Gasol with the foul. Excuse me, Nwaba.
That's Nwaba, yeah. I thought I said Wall. That's David
He loves
Nwaba.
to attack the basketball.
Yeah, so it's Nwaba, not John Wall. There's David. University High School in West LA and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. David Nwaba played with the Lakers in February 2017 and was really a good defensive player, Stu.
Still is.
Yeah. Well, he was known as the Demolition Man when he was with the Chicago Bulls.
His defense has allowed him to get playing time in the NBA, which has allowed him to really develop more of an offensive game.
Yeah, 15 in 5 years for David Nwaba. Gasol had 4 blocks the other night in the win over Chicago. That's a little look-away pass to LeBron. 6 to shoot. LeBron on the left wing, trying to go around the man, and that's Wood. Pump fake, going to kick it outside, and they're not going to get the shot off. Good defense by Houston.
Yeah, it really ended up being good defense to force into 24-second violation, and that's what this smaller lineup does sometimes for the Rockets. You think you have it, they keep switching everything, and then before you know it, the shot clock is at 5.
Houston is improved on defense. They were very lackluster in it before. Lob underneath, and that's Wood. Well, he earned some money in Detroit last year when he got the starting job after Andre Drummond was dealt, and he signed here 3 years, 40+. AD, welcome back with the mid-range.
Yeah, P.J. Tucker trying to defend him. P.J.'s a good defender, but gives that such height to Anthony Davis.
That right abductor strain for Davis. Wood will stretch the floor, in and out, no. Contavious Caldwell-Pope. LeBron, long lead. AD's there. He puts it up, and he's fouled by Nwaba.
Anthony Davis is so good at changing ends after a play, and then LeBron always looks ahead and throws the full court pass, and he's there to catch it and get fouled in the act. He'll go to, I don't think they're going to say it was before the shot.
Wow. Harden thought he had pushed off to get that kind of position. Gasol bumping and grinding, turning once, twice, throw it up, throw it in. Count it. And the foul, Marc Gasol.
Just goes to show you, you don't have to jump out of the building to be effective. Marc Gasol just using a couple of fakes, gets the defender out of position, gets the call, gets the basket. 3-point opportunity for Marc Gasol.
And you might recall both teams the other night made 30 straight free throws until LeBron missed with 5 minutes to play. You know, Stu, there's been 4 games that they can pinpoint in the history of the league that both teams did miss a free throw, and we nearly had it again the other night.
Only 4?
Only 4.
Wow.
Lakers had a big disparity as far as shooting, and a big advantage shooting free throws the other night. One of the reasons why they won the game. Wood hits the heel, taken by Gasol. Outlet that he does with 2 hands. Out now to Caldwell-Pope. Leave it for LeBron, who has more threes than anybody on the team. Gasol shoots a triple, and the rebound's going to be into the hands of Artesia High School's James Harden, a former client of Rob Pelinka. On its way, not there. Rebound, LeBron, long lead. Here we go. What a pass! What a ball! And KCP blows the layup.
That was too easy, Bill.
Ooh. And Schroeder makes up for it anyway with the lay-in on the baseline.
Boy, Schroeder with a nice move around Nwaba, because Nwaba is a tough defender.
Great pass by LeBron, but KCP. Oh, the Lakers getting their hands on another basketball. Here they go, 2-on-1. LeBron all the way, bullies it up and in and one.
Well, defense to start this ball game is all in favor of the Lakers. They're really doing a good job of harassing and turning over the Rockets. Schroeder gets a hand on it, goes free, and LeBron says, just give it to me. I know I can get a 3-point opportunity. The Lakers up on top, 11-3.
Never tasted so refreshing. Let loose and enjoy the things that you love with an ice cold Pepsi. Stock up on Pepsi today at your local retailer. Pepsi, that's what I like. Proud partner of the Lakers. Stu, we've only played a couple of minutes here, and KCP might have been hobbling a little bit. Of course, he just came back from that ankle injury, and KCP already has his season high in steals with 3. You talked about the defense to offense already.
Yeah, he's really helped catapult the Lakers into this early lead as LeBron tries to make a 3-point play and does.
So we'll see if he can tape that ankle up again. You saw them working on it. The ankle that's been bothering him. Turnovers already. Give credit to the Laker defense. It has been active. Caruso is in, KCP out. The others stay the same. 7.5 to go, first quarter. Kick it now into the corner. On its way. That's Nwaba, not going to get there. Rebound of Marc Gasol went right to him. Schroeder had a nice game the other day after having a couple of a bit of a downturn for 2. Here he is, lob underneath to AD. Throw it down.
Boy, they ran that to perfection. Schroeder's really done a great job, whether it's with LeBron or AD, of executing that 2-man game.
AD averaging about 22.5 points a game. On its way and down it goes from long distance. And that's Boogie. Boogie's in the game, of course, was a part of the Lakers last year, was really a big part of the team, although he did not actually play. And he's going to get a championship ring.
He's always been able to shoot the ball from the perimeter. Always. He's been one of the most talented big men offensively that the league's had in a while. That was a good blitz on Harden to make him give up the basketball.
And it's just great to see Boogie back. Of course, tore the ACL in a pickup game before he even played a game with the Lakers. Wall, good pass underneath to Cousins. It's knocked away by the Lakers now to Schroeder, but he couldn't get complete control of it. Wall fires from the outside. Rebound underneath. Cousins controls. Look at this pass. Look at that dish blocked by the Lakers.
Well, I'll tell you
was
something.
there.
The Laker defenders are protecting the rim. They're protecting the perimeter to start this ball game.
AD's had a couple of great games in a row, blocking at least 3 blocks in a couple of games. Could go along with 3 steals, and he's got nothing but net from the right side, right hand.
Well, a triple threat position. He catches the ball, he faces up, and he doesn't commit his dribble. He puts you in a weird position.
Stu, this Laker defense is swarming so far. Cousins from the outside. Rebound Davis. He's fouled. Houston is shooting 2 for 11. All right, here's the All-State Good Hands replay.
The replay is the 2-man game with Schroeder and Anthony Davis. Look at that delivery and look at the finish by AD. Set it up and throw it down. And boy, the Lakers defenders, they have been all over the place. Anthony Davis with the help defense on the block of the Nwaba, and that starts the Lakers the other direction.
As active as the Laker defense has been all season so far, this is game number 11. Looking to go 5-0 on the road. They are tied for the top spot in the West entering tonight. That's going to be thrown out of bounds on the bounce as AD thought Marc Gasol was going to go to the bucket.
Yeah, and actually Mark probably should have gone to the basket, but he just spotted up there at the mid-post, and that created the turnover.
Extended 16-3 run. Rockets only have 6 points, 2 baskets.
Yeah, but they just brought in Eric Gordon, so that's going to create another guard issue for the Lakers defensively because he's a very good offensive player.
He's been shooting under 30% from 3. Harden 1-2, and he's going to get fouled. And everyone knows that James Harden basically lives on the free throw line. But how about this, Stu? He did not shoot a free throw in their last game. First time in 2 years that happened.
That is weird.
He averages about 10 attempts a game normally, and he's done it for years now. But yeah, did not shoot a free throw the other night.
You saw that graphic there. His first 3 games, he was absolutely on fire. Last 3, he's cooled off quite a bit.
All right, well, the Lakers are in the bonus at the other end, but AD, Mike Chalal, has already committed 2 fouls, so to the bench he goes.
Yes, indeed. But, Bill, the rim protection you saw there, that was something to expect this game from AD. Yeah. Remember, he was very mad after the Spurs loss. He didn't get a chance to play, of course, in the Bulls game. So he's still been sitting on that disappointing feeling of the way the defense was playing. Certainly wanted to come out and show something different and get back to what the roots were for this championship effort from last season. So I think we saw that early.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that early.
And he wears his emotions on his sleeve. Mike, I know when you talk to him afterwards, he's always very honest with his assessment of not only his play but the team's. That's off of Gasol, saved by Kuzma, but it's going to go to Houston. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, and we're going to get a whistle.
Probably a clock issue.
18-8, 4:40 to play. First quarter, first of this two-game mini set with Houston.
Caruso's bleeding, so they've got 30 seconds to take care of that.
And Nina will attend to him. Well, we got a moment. Here's a quick word from Morongo.
Morongo, playing it safe. The good times are back.
The Caruso, the GOAT, had 9 points, couple of rebounds, 3 assists in only 17 minutes. And I'll tell you what, Stu, since coming back after the COVID protocol, he didn't miss a beat. He's looked really good.
His offense has really looked good since coming back. His defense has always been pretty consistent, but his offense has really been the highlight since his return.
And for the season, he's 9 for 16 from downtown. That is a lofty 56%. Lakers offensively, three-point shooting, 6th in the entire league percentage-wise. Bounce to Cousins. That was attempted, and it finally did get to Harden. A little fortunate that time. Harden going into his dance, drive, kick, corner, shot, spins out. Harden there to rebound and score. Cleaned up on the miss.
A little relaxation that time by Caruso. Once his man gave up the basketball, he kind of relaxed for a beat, and that allowed Harden to get inside position.
And by the way, the miss by Sterling Brown, and Laker fans, you know and love his brother, Shannon Brown. Part of that championship team, 2009 and also 2010.
Both teams complaining on this call as Schroeder wanted a foul on the play, and then Mark Gasol was saying that the Rockets hit it out, and the referees are not agreeing with either one of them.
Ball to Houston. So the Lakers tied with the Suns for the top spot and also best record in the NBA. What do you think, Stu, on the replay?
A replay did look like it may have gone off of Cousins' last. But you know how I am as an official. Terrible.
Terrible. And I'm agreeing with that. 3 teams at 7
How
and
good
3.
are you?
Not good at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about me. Here is Cousins.
I just wanted to know, though.
Yeah, well, self-assessment there. Going to be taken away. Here comes Schroeder. Schroeder leaves it for Kuzma. Good defense. Blocked that time. And that was Tate with the rejection. 1-2. Harden scores. Jayshawn Tate. Nice defensive play for Houston.
They get out in transition because of their defense as Kuz answers with the first triple of the game.
So after getting blocked, Kuzma comes back and does hit the 3. That's the Lakers' first 3. Houston has just 1 out of 9 from downtown. Trying to hit their second. Harden is off target. Harden starts the game 2 for 4 from the floor. 21-12. Straight away again, 2 in a row. No. Long shot, long rebound. Picked up by the Rockets. Harden's usage has been down a little bit. He's sharing the basketball a little bit more. They're not quite the ISO team they were with both Harden and Westbrook. You talked about it, Stu. Harden, you know, he's right up there in assists in the NBA. And there's a good dish underneath. Blocked away by the Lakers, protecting the rim. 3-ball, got it just to beat the clock.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins recognized the shot clock, knocks down his second from long distance, and the Lakers lead at one point had been 12, and right now the Rockets kind of climb back, only down by 6 as DeMarcus Cousins off the bench has given them a big lift.
In the arena here in Houston. What a night for Montrez. Boy, he did work. 17 and 7 plus the offensive rebounds. You know, okay, that's good and it's great. But look at the bottom. What is Shaq doing coming off the bench?
I wish I could remember what was the reason
there,
for that
Stu.
one. Of course I was there, but I don't remember the big fella coming off the bench at all.
He came off the bench 3 times that year. 1998. Trez.
To ask him what the deal was.
Yeah, Trez 6th man of the year. So that's his gig. That's his job. Markieff, who got some nice run the other day. Coach Vogel said, I put him in the starting lineup because he had not played that many minutes and he deserved it. And this is going to be, oh, look out. Markieff going after Boogie. Whoa, something really incited Markieff Morris. And he's still going after him. He's not letting this go at all.
Well, what he's going to let go is some change. Not always, but a lot of time it happens off the ball. As you can see, Markieff gets called, and then Boogie gives Markieff a shoulder and a forearm, and Markieff really didn't appreciate it at all. So he retaliates, and we'll probably have them review this and see if they get both players with technical fouls.
So Cousins was sticking up for Jayshawn Tate, and then put the shoulder and the arm into Markieff, and then he went after Cousins.
Well, they'll iron it out, and play will hopefully resume at some point.
And they'll take a look, and we'll see how deep this goes. I don't think there would be any ejections, but let's just wait. 21-15.
Well, there's definitely going to be double technicals.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
There's Keefe again. That's him going down after Cousins gave it to him. Well, a lot of jawing, and thank goodness not a whole lot of fighting going on.
These are basketball players, not fighters.
Yeah. A typical basketball fight will normally be like that. Now,
well,
as they say in cliche land, cooler heads hopefully will prevail.
That's because the penalty for fighting is a deterrent.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, Cousins appeared to be sticking up for his guy, and then Keefe obviously sticking up for himself after Cousins just laid him out. 21-15, and they are dissecting what happened. And they'll sift through it and dole out the appropriate penalties.
Well, and the other thing they have to talk about over there is when they're done reviewing this, possibly, or even while they're reviewing it, is what do they do with the two individuals involved, Cousins and Markieff, for the rest of the game? Because if they allow both of them to stay in, then you know things are going to be a little testy. Then the officials start calling things a lot closer.
Of course, Markieff came on late last year, and Cousins was let go late last year. In essence, Markieff came in and Cousins left. Cousins was there throughout the season, went on all the trips, was with the team. And there's, why you're in succession.
Yeah, bang, bang.
Yeah, just like that. And then immediately going, Jayshawn Tate, well, he was in the middle of it to begin when Markieff got a little physical with him. So 21-15, and we've got quite a bit of a pause here. All right, here we go.
We also have a technical foul on Morris, ejection, and we have a technical foul on Cousins. We're going to shoot the flagrant foul, 2 shots for the flagrant foul, and Houston retain possession of the ball.
So it seems like Keefe is the only one who's tossed.
Yeah, Markieff got a penalty, 1 flagrant foul for his first action, and then he got a technical foul on the preceding play. So there's 2, and he's ejected, and DeMarcus just gets a technical foul.
We have an ejection from Markieff Morris.
Yeah, and he just got word of that. And you can hear the crowd, and ladies and gentlemen, that is a live crowd in Houston. And it looks like there's quite a few folks there. 21-15. So Markieff is done for the night, which will obviously change the rotation a bit. And again, no Wesley Matthews. Play a little bit different positions, obviously, but Wesley Matthews, one of the better Laker defenders. And Wesley is not available tonight.
Markeith asking the official why the penalty is so stiff on him. The official explained to him what transpired in his eyes.
2:15 remaining, first quarter. And of course you're going to be upset if you're a coach and you lose one of your rotation guys and nobody is lost on the other side. So there goes Keefe after a really good performance the other night when he went 11-6 and had a block.
Well, there's the penalty, one flagrant foul, 2 shots and the ball. So they knocked down one of the 2, Tate does.
Tate, who's been playing overseas, played in Belgium a couple of years ago, Australia last year for the Sydney Kings. Played at Ohio State for 4 years, so he's interested, to say the least, in what happens tomorrow night on the football field. But right now he's trying to win a basketball game for the Rockets, who are 3-4 on the year and 3-1 at home. In fact, this is in the midst of a long stretch at home for them. Knocked away by Caruso, but THT, who's in the game, unable to save.
There's that play I always talk about. When you beat your primary defender, you have to shorten your dribble or cross it over because they reach around. Caruso did just that. Lost the first step, but reached around and tapped it free.
So Markeith, gotta love the edge that he had to him. Unfortunately, though, he's out of the game. Stolen away by the Lakers. 3-on-1. THT. Good feed. The Caruso to lay it up and in.
Wow, mishandle by James Harden created that turnover, and the Lakers quick to gobble it up.
Well, that's not a surprise. Harden right now top 10 in turnovers in the league. Handles it a lot, turns it over a lot. Weak side rebound, Talon, Horton, Tucker. He played 20 minutes the other night in the 2-point victory over the Bulls. Lakers hanging on at the end, and they survived an onslaught by Zach LaVine. Trez can't hit the mid-range. We've got 1:17 to go here in quarter number 1, and it's already been most eventful. Cousins. Good pickup by Caruso. Ahead for LeBron. Here comes LeBron. Has it poked away by Harden, and out of bounds Lakers. It was Lakers had numbers that time, so that's good defensive play by Harden.
Yeah, you break up a transitional play and make them play in the half court. So James Harden did his job in that situation.
This Houston team took out whatever frustrations they may have had early in this year. They had a 42-point win against Orlando, albeit a very short-handed Orlando team. THT, look at that. The up and under, what a move.
That was nice footwork by THT. Very nice footwork. That's not anticipating anything. It's waiting and reading. That's a good job of making the defender commit first.
And that's what he does well. In and around the basket. Aggressive. He's got some of those big man moves under there, doesn't he?
Yes.
25-16.
Good footwork there.
Shot from the outside. That's off by Cousins. They battle for the rebound.
Kuz.
Yeah, Kuz. Defensive play. Harden, he's got it. So Kuzma protecting the rim. How many blocks is that now for the Lakers here in quarter number 1? We'll get that answer for you in a second. 4 blocks for the Lakers. Caruso, ball fake, baseline, reverse layup, no. Rebound Cousins, who was a teammate of John Wall's on a championship team in Kentucky in 2010. Then Wall was drafted first, and Cousins was drafted
Well, they
fifth.
can work for the last shot here, or close to it. Laker lead of 6.
Shot clock about 2 ahead of the game clock. Foul.
Reach-in foul on THT as Eric Gordon was dribbling, had the ball exposed. So that's free throws, isn't it?
It is. Another former Pelinka client, Eric Gordon, went to Indiana, was drafted by the Clips. Again, a cold start for him, below 30% from beyond the arc, where he does so much damage. He was a 6th man of the year back in 2016. But when he's hot, Stu, great shooter.
Yeah,
without question.
He can go on a real roll.
Yeah.
He can produce some points off the bench in a hurry.
He was dogged by knee-leg problems most of last season.
Got a nice free throw string working for himself, too.
Yeah, and he had a string of 20-plus games, 20-plus points scored in games snapped the other night, where the Lakers tried to save it, and it goes off the leg of LeBron. And they've got time, 4 seconds.
Blind saves under your defensive hoop is generally not a good idea.
Lakers dig in on defense. Houston's only shot 27%, yet they're down by only 5. And they're going to get more free throws.
James Harden going to the line for 2. That's another foul on THT.
So he's got a couple. Harden's already shot 2 free throws, made them both.
Goes in. You can see that THT reaches in and hits ball, but I think he comes across the wrist and arm first to get it, as the official agrees.
Again, some well-documented drama from James Harden before this season even began. Things have seemed to, well, the simmering has calmed down a bit, quite obviously. James physically has been bothered by a bit of an ankle. .2. LeBron playing quarterback. Looks, zings it to half court. Kuzma
traveled.
Yeah, turnover Lakers. So they could have a catch-shoot opportunity. .8.
Weird first quarter. Lakers jumped out to that quick early lead, and their defense was right on point.
Boy, a ton of energy. Throw it underneath, blocked by the Lakers, and that'll end the quarter.
In a way, I think both teams are glad that the first quarter has come to an end. They can go over, catch their breath, get some instruction from their coaching staff, and hopefully have a much more fluid second. It's the Lakers by 4.
Laker fans, coaches, players still reveling in a championship. And here comes LeBron and the Lakers to start quarter number 2. In that first quarter, Stu, Lakers had 7 steals, 4 blocks, but they turned it over themselves 6 times.
Yeah, it was a strange quarter.
Good to see KCP
turnover
back. By the way, KCP is back, but you're right. There's their 7th turnover. You got KCP, Montrez, LeBron, THT, and Kuzma on the floor to start the quarter. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. And there is John Wall. I think I mentioned that Wall and Cousins were on that Kentucky team together. Inadvertently gave them a NCAA championship. They didn't win that in 2010, although they had a ton of talent. Little up fake. LeBron is not buying it. Now underneath, the turn, the shot, and he scores on LeBron.
With
That's
the left
Tate.
hand.
Jay Sean Tate. LeBron trying to answer back, and down he goes. Hit hard that time by Cousins. 2-point game.
Well, Cousins can ill afford another technical, or else he'll be headed to the shower.
And the way LeBron went down, anytime a player goes down like that, they usually go and look at a replay, see if they do.
It's a swipe at the ball, but he comes right across the head of LeBron. It's one of the things they talked about a few years ago, about any contact to the head was going to be something to be viewed.
Well, in case you joined us late, there was a little dust-up between Cousins and Markieff Morris. And Morris was thrown out of the game. And it looks like Cousins may be headed there also, perhaps.
Well, they talked about contact to the head was going to be viewed as a flagrant. So they're over there viewing it right now to see if it's a basketball-type play. And he swings down and catches LeBron right across the forehead. LeBron immediately went to the floor.
That had some force to it. And when it comes to technical fouls throughout your career, obviously DeMarcus Cousins.
Quick review.
Wind-up impact to follow through on Cousins. Flagrant foul penalty 2. He's ejected.
So he's gone. There you go. So both players that were involved in the prior incident are gone from the game. Markieff Morris and DeMarcus Cousins done for the night.
And sometimes the only disadvantage to having games where you stay in the city and play a team the next day or two, if you under the regular schedule, you've had time to let these feelings
you're right.
go down.
It might be broiling and then boil over.
Right, and then now you see them the next game.
Ooh.
They're going, and you believe me, the league will tell who's ever officiating that game on when's the next game? Tuesday. They're going to tell them, call it close.
And we've got it for you here on Spectrum Sports Net at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Tuesday, the rematch between these two. And we're only, 45 seconds into the second quarter.
LeBron makes one of two. Yeah. The Lakers will maintain possession, nursing a 3-point lead after having a 12-point advantage early in the first quarter. But that was when Anthony Davis, Tavius Caldwell-Pope were both out there, and their defense was just swarming.
This is one of 8 games today in the association. LeBron tries a 3. Got it! Bron from distance. Yes! Again, LeBron has the most threes on the team. Not the best percentage, but he scored the most. John Wall, but it's tipped up and in by Wood, Christian Wood, who's coming off of a 15-rebound game the other night, tying his career high against Orlando.
Well, LeBron's got the mismatch. See what he ends up getting.
LeBron will fall back on a 3. Montrez trying to box out, but it's taken by Houston. Here come the Rockets on the run, and Wall terminates the dribble. Now to Wood. Went to UNLV for a couple of years. A star waiting to happen. Wall's got it from outside. John Wall, 11th year, 5-time All-Star.
And I'm against double teaming everybody in the post. I mean, let's see what you can do defensively by yourself first, because anytime you're doubling, you're leaving people open. And that one, John Wall knocks down the triple.
Montrez, that's a quick dribble. Boy, he just beat first step Christian Wood, and off the glass and good.
See how erect, though, Christian Wood was standing. It's tough to move your feet laterally when you don't have any bend in the knees.
Lakers up by 3. Houston has led briefly in this game by 1. Wood kicks it wide open. Yeah, wide open. But it's going to be taken by LeBron. LeBron with some steam tried to bounce it to Kuzma. Kick save and a beauty. That goes out of bounds. It'll be Laker ball.
Well, Carl's camera show Montrez attacking Christian Wood for the easy deuce on the previous possession.
By the way, the last miss was by Ben McLemore, who made his season debut the other night. He's a streaky shooter who's been in the league for a long time. He was out with an ankle and in COVID protocol. And speaking of COVID protocol, it is hitting the NBA hard this past weekend. Inside, AD can't be stopped.
Well, he's only played 7 minutes. He's made all 5 of his shots to become the first Laker in double figures.
And had to exit a bit earlier than anticipated because of 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. As Mike Trudell says, he's got a score to settle with whoever's the opposition defensively. There's McLemore, missing rebound to Montrez. Boy, Montrez was huge the other night. THT's got it. Launch it. Down it goes.
Early advancement of the ball by LeBron, and THT with the open 3.
Mention how Montrez playing how big he was. 17 points, 14 rebounds. They knock it away. Apparently it's okay, and here goes Wall to the basket. Little off balance, taken by LeBron. Long lead ahead of the pack, KCP. He's underneath, he scores! LeBron to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We got a timeout.
I'd like to see that over and back play, or the one that I said was backcourt. Look, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope tipped it, but I thought John Wall touched it last before it went into the backcourt, and then he was the one that retrieved it, but they didn't call the violation. Just like that, the Lakers open up a double-digit lead again as their defense is making it happen, leading the Rockets 38-28. Defense from the very outset, they have been very, very active. They're defense has gotten them out into early offense. The transition game is really where the Lakers can shine.
9-0 Laker run, and the lead is back to double digits, 38-28. Driving is John Wall, tries to spit it up, and he's going to be going to the free throw line for 2. That's his game, being aggressive, getting to the rim, running in transition. Again, an okay outside shooter. I mean, we wouldn't say that is his best attribute as far as he is offensively.
Now, where he beats you is with that
enough.
speed.
Yeah. And just a great player, and it's great to have him back on the floor after missing a couple of years. Again, the last time that he was in a game before this year was December 26, 2018 with Washington. Did not play the first 2 games of this season. But it's been 2 full calendar years. 38-30. LeBron directing traffic. The Brow is off to a great start. He's 5 for 5. He's got 10 points, but he does have 2 fouls. Montrez holds it high over his head with Christian Wood in front of him. This is the same move that he beat him on a second ago, but this time Wood has the rejection.
I thought he was going to use the rim as an ally that time, go on the other side, because Wood was sitting on the strong side.
And at the end, spinning it up and in once again is John Wall. 30 years of age now. Career over 9 assists a game. LeBron triple team. Wide open is KCP. Got it. Rattles it in. Inside out. Lakers. LeBron to Caldwell Pope.
That's the first from long distance for KCP in this ballgame. He's 1 out of 3 from the three-point line.
So the Lakers have hit 4 threes to 4 for Houston. Again, this is a wholly different Rockets team this year.
Another look at LeBron doing what he does best, and that's just finding open people. Spotted up KCP and then gets the assist to LeBron. That's 5 assists for LeBron to go along with 9 points and 3 rebounds.
And KCP, it's good to see him back. Remember, he tweaked that ankle a little bit in the first few minutes. Again, the Rockets. Gone D'Antoni, gone Daryl Morey, their GM. Raphael Stone is their new GM.
Offensive foul.
That's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, used his left shoulder arm area to push to create space. That third official was right there to see it. See how it comes away from his body? Good call.
And by the way, this is the first head coaching gig for head coach Stephen Silas. Underneath, Wood hangs in the air, glides in and scores. He's dominating in the paint so far this year, but from outside, well below 30% shoot threes, and he really upped his threes last season in Detroit. Schroeder, 15-footer, not there. Trez doing work. Once, twice, going to be a foul, and it might be on Houston. So that's good work by Montrezl Harrell.
We're calling it on P.J. Tucker. And it looked like that was just a no call there. I mean, they both were jumping straight up to get the ball.
So we got some chippiness for sure in this game.
Well, PJ's his chippiness right now is directed to the official.
Yeah, of course. But it bleeds over to everything else. The frustration.
Then he got a technical.
Yeah. AD gets the free one. And that's P.J. Tucker. As you mentioned, it's due with the technical foul. Bit of an Iron Man. Has played in 249 straight. Hadn't missed a game since April of 2017.
Who was it the other night you were talking about has a couple of hundred pair of tennis shoes or sneakers? The reason I'm saying that is because P.J. Tucker has a lot.
Even more than that.
Yeah.
All right. We need a number, and we'll get one at some point. Trudell might know that. Trudell's got about 3,000 pairs. Underneath, laid up and in, reverse layup by Montrezl Harrell.
Good dish by Anthony Davis. Bring the defenders to you and hit the open man.
Montrez has 4 points and a board. Harden kicks it over now in front of the socially distanced Houston bench. and John Wall were near the halfway mark of quarter number 2. Perimeter ball movement out to Wood. Here he goes. Lets it go. Not there. And Wood so far tonight is 0 for 2 from downtown. Schroeder, drive, kick, THT. Yes, sir. 47-34.
He has his feet set up under him behind the arc. He has a real nice delivery.
Biggest lead of the game. And now they cut into that with a John Wall layup. 17 bench points right now for the Lakers. They had nice balance the other night, 5 in double figures. That's why Frank Vogel was saying such a great team win. Wasn't pretty again, but Lakers came away with the win over Chicago. Chicago's actually playing decent basketball. Here's a Chicago native, Anthony Davis at the baseline.
Is he ever going to miss?
Let's hope not.
6 for 6 for AD.
Keep it going. Rebound, Horton Tucker. His lead pass ahead. There's AD at the other end. Score it! Horton Tucker with the great outlet.
Well, learning from LeBron, rebound, look up to court as Anthony Davis is seemingly there, posted up on smaller defenders.
What a nice last 3-4 minutes for the Lakers, up in the lead back to 51-36. Their biggest lead of the game. That should be an off. Oh, no, going to be a block.
He was in the restricted area.
Yeah, so that's what it was. And that's why it's going to be a defensive foul.
Another look at AD working on James Harden. Just that fall away jumper is just money. Money in the bank.
10-2 Laker lead. Speaking of cash, what a great pass.
That's rebounding and looking up.
And finally, some Laker fans in the stands in Houston. A little bit more on THT and Mike Trudell.
Yeah, there's somebody that it looks like does that pass as well, right? That's from LeBron. And I mentioned a couple games ago, THT's been spending time learning from LeBron in the film room, watching, and I could see he's been paying attention there as Wood misses a 3. And Bill, don't mention my shoe game, okay? It's not something to compare to PJ Tucker's. Completely
pretty good,
different
though.
level.
All
no,
right,
no,
still
completely
strong.
different class there. Appreciate it.
Do you have any idea? Do you have a number, Mike? How many? Reverse layup? No.
Traveling.
Mike, you there?
You talking about
Hello.
for TJ? Are you talking about for PJ Tucker?
Not
or for
for
me?
you, for PJ Tucker.
Oh, yeah. I mean, thousands. Yeah, it's not. It's not even something we can really track. I think, off top of my head, I want to say it was around 3,500 to 4,000. But let me double check for you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. 51-36. Air ball. Good defense. Taken by Horton Tucker. Davis, unselfish. The trailer that time was Schroeder. He hits the stanchion. Let's hope he's all right. Slid right into it. Might have gotten poked in the eye on the way to the basket.
Yeah, he's going to be shooting free throws. As the Lakers, a nice little spurt here. John Wall. Transition. Pass from AD. See John Wall from the back trying to reach in and strip the ball. Comes down on the...
Yeah, hit him in the eye on the swipe.
The left eye area on the swipe.
So now
and John Wall, I think, got a technical.
Mike Trudell, you have a number for us for PJ.
I sold him a little short. Yeah, I sold him a little short. It appears it's closer to 5,000 pairs. So, it's only about, what, Stu, 4,000 more than you?
Oh, more than 4,000 more than me. Come on, man. I only have I got like 6 or 7, and he's got like almost 5,000. What do you do with them?
One of the 5,000 right there.
But you have
He's got a whole other house
you have to have
for
2
him.
residences.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a house that you live in, and then the house
Pay
that you have your
property
shoes
tax
in.
on it and everything. It's
But he can
the
afford
shoe
it.
compound.
That's amazing.
52-36. PJ. Anthony Leon Tucker, and the PJ stands for Pops Jr. Oldest player on the Pops Jr.
Pops?
It's after his dad, who was a baseball player, and it was the sound of the bat Pop, and also his father Pop. It's how nicknames evolve, and that's how it's Pops Jr. PJ. And I mentioned the oldest on the roster at 35 years of age. He's second in the NBA in three-point percentage. Number 1 is hurt right now, and that's Alec Burks of the Knicks, who's out with an ankle injury. And there's another delay going on. We've already had one lengthy one after the tussle.
Seems like this one might be a malfunction clock again. That's just a supposition on my part.
Feel free to speculate, Stu.
I do all the time.
Yeah. By the way, there's Lionel Hollins. Lionel was not on the left of your screen. Lionel was not in the bubble, but was a big part of the.
Look.
Speculate away, my friend.
Clock malfunction.
Yep. And look at all those Laker jerseys over there to the left.
Always a lot of Laker jerseys.
In fact, there's more Laker jersey than H-Town jerseys in that picture. 52-36, and that is always the case. There we go. And hope to see everyone soon at Staples Center, but the sooner we stop COVID-19, the sooner you can get back there. So do your part when you can. Stay home, wear a mask, avoid gatherings. And as I mentioned, Stu, it's hitting the NBA now, especially the Celtics, the Mavs, and the Sixers. A lot of players going into protocol in there.
One of the games
canceled.
Canceled today?
Yeah, postponed. That's one of the reasons why in this 72-game schedule, they have not scheduled the second half so they can have makeup games.
Lakers on a nice little run here, 12-2 in the last 2.5 minutes.
Behind the back, wide open is Wood. He's straight away, going to be short, and the Lakers are running after the miss. Boy, they're getting it ahead. Throw it down with one hand, Anthony Davis, on yet another great outlet pass.
Well, that's just bad court awareness by the Rockets, though. Anthony Davis is challenging the three-point shot by Wood, and he keeps going. Wood's posing, lets him get behind him. Easiest deuce of the evening for Anthony Davis.
Point lead. Time to go inside the box score, brought to you by BMW.
Well, the box score says a lot about what the Lakers have been doing offensively with LeBron. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, but Anthony Davis.
Wow.
18 points on a perfect shooting night thus far, 8 out of 8 from the field. And when he's on the defensive end, this Laker team is even that much better defensively.
And you know how Mike Trudell talked about how the Lakers ran him out of the gym, ran him out of the bubble during their second round playoff? So far, fast break points are 13-2. Lakers, just like during the playoffs that the Lakers won in 5 games.
John Wall knocks down his second three-pointer of the ball game.
John Wall shooting 48% overall, 31% from beyond the arc. Handoff now to Schroeder. Dennis, who played last year at OKC, last couple of years there. He gets bottled up but fouled.
Oh, and the shot clock was down to 3.
Bailed out.
That's where your coach looks at you and says, guys, you played decent defense for 20, 21 seconds. Then you bail them out as Schroeder gets fouled and gives the Lakers another 14 seconds.
By the way, overall this year, Lakers 11th in fast break points. Underneath, boy, Caruso was there.
Yeah, you got to convert that one.
Yeah, attack the rim, but he will get free throws out of it. But I'm sure he thinks he should be out
that
in
is
and
just
one.
Bad defense, though, by the Rockets. That's an out-of-bounds play, and they give up a direct pass for a layup without any ball screens or anything.
Well, their defense is ranked 18th. They have not been a great defensive team for a couple of years. Offensively, they're in the top 10. They're just one behind. Or actually, they're 4 behind the Lakers, who are the 3rd best offensive team this year. We're going to get Gordon in and Nwaba out. There's Gordon. Gordon has 1 point in 11 minutes.
And Caruso gets 1 out of 2 free throws.
Well, everybody who's played scored except the one who unfortunately was booted out of the game. Markieff played 3 minutes, didn't get an opportunity to score. Other than that, everybody has scored for the Lakers. This one back at midcourt, and Gordon with 6 to shoot. He's going to kick it over to Tucker. Tucker block, and that was AD challenging Anthony Davis.
The length of Anthony Davis can be really disrupting defensively.
AD's second block from the outside. Caruso can't knock it down. Chased down by John Wall. 2.5 minutes to play first half. Stick around. We'll send you to the studio at halftime, and then we'll break down this big Laker first half that had all sorts of things going on. Couple of ejections going around. Gasol was John Wall. John Wall's got a dozen in the game at the other end. Caruso doesn't get a whistle.
Technical.
And, well, now he gets a whistle for the wrong reason. Gets a whistle for arguing.
Yeah, exactly. There was no hesitation from the official on that technical. As soon as Caruso had some verbiage out of his mouth, he got the tee. This is the play where Caruso thought he got fouled and no foul was called, so he let the official know, and the official let him know as well.
You know what else is impressive, Stu, as we go back to the Laker defensive end? Rockets are coming off of their best offensive showing, where they scored 132. They shot 56%, made a ton of threes. They had a season low 8 turnovers the other night. They've already turned it over 9 times here against this Laker team. And LeBron gets a hand on it. 2 minutes to go in the half. Christian Wood. That's good body defense that time by Marc Gasol. LeBron trying to weave his way in. Count if it goes. It goes. Go ahead and count it for the King.
Yeah, just too strong there. He got into the body of Wood. Wood gets the contact because of that left shoulder and knocks Wood off the floor, and Wood gets called for the foul. LeBron has a three-point opportunity here as the Lakers, who led their biggest lead, was 19 seemingly just a minute ago, have a chance now to put it back to 17.
You have said numerous times how sometimes we take it for granted, and we should not. 18 years in the league and dominance from day one.
Yeah, but, you know, unfortunately, we do that a lot with our superstars in basketball, or any sport for that matter. We just take things for granted, and it's we don't necessarily give them the props that they deserve for all the work and good things that they do.
Enjoy it, on and off the court for LeBron James, who, by the way, has given the Lakers a grade of B+ so far. Blocked by Davis. AD was there again, but Houston gets it right back. So already he's hit 3 blocks again tonight. I think there might be 3 games in a row with at least 3. LeBron from behind. Gasol was there. What defense by the Lakers.
They are swarming.
They are everywhere. Lob under.
Foul on Eric Gordon.
Yeah, AD was being held by the smaller defender.
But you see how AD gets down the floor and post up, but he then seals the guy that he's posting up there. He doesn't allow them to work their way around to the front. That's just great work by Anthony Davis.
And you know what it is? Not only is the defense contagious, but you can tell they're having fun. They're having some fun playing defense.
Well, when you get stops, get out and run and see the end result be some points on the board, it's always a lot more fun.
More on the defense of Anthony Davis and Mike Trudell.
Billy, to follow up on your point there about AD kind of leading the charge here, you mentioned it. He did say this explicitly after that Spurs game. He said, it's not good enough. It's got to start with me. I get that it's early in the season. There aren't fans and so on. But you've noticed when he brings it that much, when he's flying to the rim off the ball, everyone else has picked that up. And he and LeBron kind of exchanged that responsibility on defense, but it started with him tonight, right, Stu?
Absolutely. When he's engaged defensively, this Laker team, because I talked about they don't have the same rim protection as they had last year, but when he's engaged, their rim protection is just fine.
Everybody involved tonight. LeBron, now here he goes down the middle. LeBron hangs in the air and's got another bucket. LeBron with 2 more. He's got 13. Davis has 20. Davis hasn't missed. He's 8 for 8. And a force on defense as he got his hand on it. Who's basketball? It's Laker ball after AD was there to poke it away.
Rare mishandle again, though, by Harden. He usually is a very good handler of the basketball, whether you're up close on him or not. This time, again, mishandles it, turns it over, and the Lakers with 44 seconds left in the half
Again,
build their biggest lead of the game.
who knows where Harden is as far as his game is concerned and shape, and it took a while for him to get back in and start playing, and there was.
Well, that being said, Bill,
Yes.
his first game back, he
Yeah,
had
I
like
know.
45
Well,
and 18 assists.
He rolls out of bed and scores 40. But the sharpness may not totally be there.
Well, it's not that. I think more than anything,
What is it?
It's the message that you send to your team.
That he was, yeah.
It's not a good message.
LeBron, windshield wiper, move, and the fall away. That fall away mid-range, which has been on display, especially early this year, unstoppable.
Well, that one is a little bit more, in the paint area.
Right, not that fall away.
He's been using that one off of 1 foot from 18 feet.
That's good pass right there. Good dish by James. Harden. He was also a sixth man of the year back in 2012. Assist champion in 2017.
Harden's 5th assist. Ties him for game honors with LeBron and Dennis Schroeder.
18-point lead. Lakers have 7 to shoot. LeBron, there he is, falling back. That's going to be a foul on Tucker.
Oh, don't complain on that one, PJ, please.
PJ, who brought 91 shoes to the bubble, by the way. 91 shoes to the bubble.
Well, there were 8 games. And there's 4 quarters. So he changed shoes.
It's a small hotel room,
every
though.
quarter and still had some to spare.
Thank you, Joey Ramirez, for that number. Brian Hagan is with us, helping us with the stats tonight.
That's 3 fouls on P.J. Tucker, and that's a bad one because there was less than 10 seconds to go into half on a rebound pushing foul.
PJ went to Texas for 3 years, was a second-round pick all the way back in 2006, and AD knew that he was going to miss that one, and that's really going to irk him a little bit also.
He tried to wheel that one in. You see, he went to his knees almost trying to get that one to fall. It's his first miss of the evening from anywhere.
So the Lakers are going to fall short of their highest first half, which was 69 on Christmas Day against the Mavs, but still an impressive showing on both ends. And let's see if they can end it, Stu, with a stop. And the Lakers had a foul to give.
Yeah. And Caruso gave it at the right time because with Harden, you can't wait the extra second or two.
So we'll have some substitutions. Little offense, defense.
Now this is where you definitely overplay Harden, and if you can, overplay Gordon and make somebody else be the scorer with 3 seconds.
And Tate wants some help, gets some help. Harden gives it up, on its way Gordon, and the Lakers hold Houston to 34% shooting overall, 20% from beyond the arc, and they force him into 10 turnovers, and AD hasn't missed from the floor.
Yeah, he's been as I call him, the nightmare, and he's been a nightmare for the Rockets.
65-46. Time now to check in with the Access Sportsnet studio. It is the Drunk in the Box.
Defense up 65-46. Time to revisit the Lexus keys to the game. I talked about reducing the turnovers. I'm not happy with 9 because that equates to about 18 in the game. So they got to limit that. But the other 2 I like. Harden's only been to the free throw line 5 times. And Wood, wow, 6 points for Christian Wood. I like it. If they do that in the second half, Mike Trudell, they'll find themselves yet another victory.
Yes, Stu, and that last key there probably relates some to Anthony Davis, who really came out strong, especially on the defensive end, as you and Bill discussed throughout the first half. And we also remember that AD was not happy with the way that the San Antonio Spurs game went and ended. He vowed to come out and play better. He certainly did. It seemed like that was contagious amongst his teammates. LeBron, not bad either. 15 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, a plus 17, and AD plus 26 in the first half.
As LeBron, Mike, comes out and nails the first 3 of the second half.
And LeBron now with 17 points of his own early here in the third.
Well, he came in with 22 makes. That's his first tonight, so his 23rd made 3 of this young season. Did they change that to a 2? They did change it to a 2. 67-46. From the near side, that's going to settle in, just beating the buzzer. That's David Nwaba. Now LeBron will walk it across in the attacking 47. Lakers just came off of a split of their 2-game homestand. This is the start of a 3-game road trip. LBJ, fall away, he'll shoot free throws.
See, now I said it a game or two ago. When you're guarding LeBron in that scenario, that's the shot you have to give up. That's the one you say, if I can force him to take that one, okay. But then if you force him to take that one, don't foul him. And Nwaba just pushed him on the shot, so he's at the line to shoot 2.
Lakers have 7 blocks, 7 steals, swarming defense. LeBron 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's got a block and a steal, but he's only 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. 67-49. That first half was nearly all Lakers, the briefest of leads for Houston.
LeBron 1 out of 2. Lakers dominate the next 3 minutes of this third quarter, and the Rockets will start. They'll start thinking about their next game on Tuesday against the Lakers.
Set a defensive tone. That's the most important. How about an air ball?
Well, again, Anthony Davis came rushing at him with his arms up, and I don't know. I guess that helped quite a bit because P.J. Tucker, normally a pretty good guy, at least hitting the rim.
Yeah, P.J.'s coming off of his season high 15. Marc Gasol, set fire for 3, got it. Marc Gasol, that set 3. And the Lakers have another triple. That is their 6th here of the evening. 71-49.
Mark said, I want to get involved in this offensive game too.
There's Harden spinning, running right into the wall that is Gasol. That's going to be a travel.
He did a spin move to get away from the primary defender and spun right into Mark, who had his hands up and didn't budge, and Harden got knocked off balance and gets called for the travel.
We're not going through that. The Spaniard, 35 years of age, 13th year. Of course, his brother, a Laker legend. This is going to be a 3 if it goes down. He stepped back to make sure that time. And they give the ball to James Harden. This Houston team just 3-4 on the year. Boy, look at they locked arms. They're doing a little dance. That's going to be a foul on LeBron.
Yeah, that was a good move by Harden, though. He locked LeBron's arm. Harden's really good at that. Harden goes by him and then uses his arm to
took it right in
LeBron's
there.
Right there.
And LeBron saying, "Are you watching?"
See, that's the one that they. With a game like this, I would review that. This early in the game, I would review that one just to let the officials know what he does and how he does it.
I mean, literally, you would say to the official, "Are you watching the same game I am?" Wood, who said he's got this game circled. He had it circled. Look at this. Oh, left-handed to KCP to score.
Wait a minute. Did you see that pass?
That's what I just said.
Did you see that pass,
What a
Bill?
pass by LeBron. Quickly, left hand, hook pass at the other end. Spin it and miss. 73-49. What energy the Lakers are playing with. Here it is.
Rebound with the left hand and wild hit.
Boom.
That's beautiful.
That is sweet.
That is just beautiful. Just goes to show you, boy, you just move and LeBron's going to find a way to get you the ball.
How much does he have talent-wise in so many aspects of the game? Reach into that bag of tricks and just bring out something else. 73-49. Again, the wall of Gasol, but he knocks him out of bounds. That's going to be a foul on Mark as he knocked down John Wall. Wall beat Wall. 73-49. Lakers so far just dominant in this one. John Wall can't hit. Tapped by Marc Gasol. Quickly outlet to LeBron. Here he goes with a head of steam. Kick into the corner. To the open man Schroeder. Set and fire. Got it. Yes, sir. Lakers wonderful ball movement on the break. And they're doing everything right. 76-49. Fun to watch.
When you run like that and you get your early offense working, there's nothing they can do with you.
This is world champion Laker basketball right now. Davis. Corner. Flyby. KCP. You're not going to get that one. Harden going into his dribble. Doubled up by the Lakers. Wood looking for somebody, anybody. And it's going to be John Wall. Again, they're without Daniel House, but I don't think he could do anything to change the way this game is going. But Wood hits a three.
Yeah, that's Wood's first from behind the arc. He's having a tough shooting night, 4 out of 11 overall.
He missed a game a couple of games ago due to a knee injury. Oh, bad pass by Gasol. Telegraphed, and they're going to go all the way down to the other end. And a throw down quickly by Nwaba. Into the front court, LeBron will slow things up. Chased down by Anthony Davis. The Brow again has not missed from the floor tonight. He's 8 for 8. Got 21 points to lead both teams.
Hasn't had a shot here in the third quarter yet.
Might get one here.
Better get one here, it'll be a violation.
With 2, with 1, the turn, he's perfect still.
Look,
9 for 9.
Did you see the reaction of Christian Wood after it went in? His head just dropped down like, Coach, there's nothing I can do with this guy.
He asked for AD. Guess what? He's gotten AD.
Be careful what you ask for.
In a big way.
Shot clock, our Carl's Council show. Shot goes up, shot goes down, and Christian Wood says, nothing I can do with this guy. Just nothing I can do. Jump to block it. Just the body language said it all after the fact.
And again, was out with that abductor strain. And Wood will score it. Count it. And one. As he rolled to the bucket and scored around Marc Gasol.
Pretty nice little slip screen there. Went over like he was going to set the screen, and Mark stepped out like he's going to help on the screen, but then Christian Wood just released, went to the basket, and good pass, three-point opportunity.
I mean, they're looking at him as their solid third option. He's already averaging 23.5 points a game this season. Christian Wood took over that starting role in Detroit after Drummond was traded last year, and he averaged nearly 23 in that role. That's a kick by Nwaba. We got 7.5 to play in the third. First of this 2-game mini-series. We'll be right back with these two teams from Houston on Tuesday at 5. Lakers trying to stay perfect away from Staples Center.
Going to be the third foul on Anthony Davis.
Remember, he got those first 2 very quickly.
Lakers up by 21, but Rockets have cut 6 points off the biggest lead of 27, obviously.
Wall attacks the basket with the left hand. Box out by LeBron and out of bounds. Boy, Marc Gasol just let that go right past him. Otherwise, it would have been Houston ball. Heads up play.
Yeah, he wasn't legal to touch it. He had been out of bounds and hadn't established yet.
Schroeder, 6 points on the night, looking for more. And he's denied Nwaba. That wouldn't have done it. It was going to hit the bottom of the board anyway.
Turns out being a bad play because that was going to be a missed shot.
Yes,
they could have had a defensive rebound.
Never had a chance.
Never had a chance. But Nwaba blocks it and sends it out of bounds. Gives the ball back to the Lakers with quite a bit of time on the shot clock.
Again, no Markieff Morris after he was tossed. 3 minutes of action coming off of the bench. DeMarcus Cousins followed him, getting kicked out. First miss for Anthony Davis. From 18 feet, right side, right hand. Harden will give it up. Wood, little ball fake. Got big on little here. He's going to back in Schroeder. Gasol trying to come over to help, but Wood negotiates to the rim.
It wasn't a bad play, as it turns out, by Wood.
Again, he went undrafted back in 2015. Quick post to AD, KCP. Same thing that happened to him. Happened to Schroeder.
Lakers need a timeout if they score here. Big time.
For 3.
Big time timeout. They're calling a 4-point play.
And was it Davis?
If it was, that's Anthony's 4th.
Yeah. He fell out of the screen. 78-62. And the way AD's looking, that might be the case. Oh, as he backed in Tucker into his own man.
Wow, we'll see what this ends up being when we come back. There's a timeout, and all of a sudden the Rockets only down by 16.
13-2 run. And they're chipping away at the score. Time now for the T-Mobile coast-to-coast coverage. Here are your headlines, Lakers tied for the Suns, best in the West, actually tied for the best record in the NBA coming in. Again, the COVID protocol hitting everywhere. As you can see, the Heat and Celtics postponed tonight. That's going to be the big news. And Melo the other night, you know, he had just missed that triple-double when he played against his brother, but then he got it the next game.
But the one graphic that you showed there was the Sixers game where they played with 7 players.
Yeah.
I thought the NBA rule was you had to have 8 or the game would have been postponed. So I have to find out why that has been changed.
Scoring run 14-2. Still a 78-63 lead, but you don't want to let them think they're back in this game.
This
Anthony
is a
Davis.
critical possession for the Lakers.
AD's got 4 fouls, too. 4 fouls for AD, and they tried to strip it away. All right, Mike, you've got more on the details of the 7-player game.
Yeah, Billy. So just to answer Stu's question, so they had 8 players active technically. Mike Scott was active. Doc Rivers just said that he wasn't going to play him as I think he had some lingering injury issues. But yeah, so technically it's just about the 8 active. You could play all 5, your 5 starters 48 minutes if you wanted, I guess. So
yeah,
that's the difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the difference. But they did have 8 active. That's the key. So they didn't have 7. They had 8.
And no way the Heat or Celtics could have done that. So that'll be rescheduled at a later date. Gasol holding on to it. 15-footer. Boy, didn't draw iron. Did not draw
15-footer,
iron.
he shot at 14 feet.
Ooh.
They've allowed the Rockets now to feel good about themselves.
And with Harden's basket, they are definitely back in this game. I mean, there was no way the Lakers were going to get touched on this one. The way they were playing defense, running the floor, and all of a sudden it's 78-65. What was 27? And there's still 5.5 to go in this quarter. Out to AD, thought about it, instead moves in. Schroeder will shoot a 3. That's not even close. And here comes Houston again. Trying to stem the tide. Wall with KCP not moving. Just watching John Wall. Cross court, open man, 3-pointer on its way. Not there. KCP up the ladder he goes. Quickly LeBron. AD leaks out, and he's going to get free throws.
Well, there were 2 defenders there that time for AD, but it didn't make a bit of difference as he gets fouled in the act, goes to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. He's 5 out of 6 from the free throw line and 9 out of 10 from the field.
Just short of the 5-minute mark. First of a 3-game roadie. Houston again in this same building Tuesday, then OKC before coming home to face the Pelicans, and then on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Steph and the Warriors. Well, attention LA area teachers, grades K through 5, register your classroom for the Lakers Literacy League. Engage your class with Lakers-themed activities and an opportunity to win Laker prizes every month. Teachers, register your classroom now on Lakers.com/community.
A couple of substitutes for the Lakers, and I think there's going to be even one more. THT is at the scores table. He's going to be coming in for Anthony Davis on the next dead ball.
Now the Lakers, one of 2 teams in this early going who have not lost on the road yet this year. Coming into tonight, Indy had not lost, but they'd only played 2 road games. That one's out of bounds off the leg of the Rockets, and it'll go to the Lakers.
Well, that's a bad turnover because he had an absolute dunk. There was nobody there. Both players had gone to the guard and left the center rolling to the rim.
So Stu, AD goes to the bench here with 4:45 remaining. Kuz, catch, shoot, yes, got it. Kyle Kuzma for 3. Just drilled it from distance. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. He has 2 of the Lakers' 8 triples. Lob under to Wood. THT and Gasol are there once, twice. He just muscled his way up and in. And he's not a big guy.
No.
Tall, yes, but not a big guy.
I thought for sure because they had the double there that Mark would be able to, from the side, get a piece of that one, but he didn't really jump to block it.
P.J. Tucker steps right in the lane, takes it away, intended for Caruso. Harden with 16 points, looking for 19 with that shot. Rebound LeBron, he's 7 rebound to go along with 7 assists. Same spot, different result for Kuz. Again in front of a smattering of fans here in Houston. Cheering on their Rockets, rattling it in. Tucker, that corner three, and once again, another timeout. 83-70.
That is Tucker's spot right there. That
right
corner
there.
three. Boy, he missed one in the first half. Didn't miss this one, and all of a sudden it's back down to 13 as the Rockets keep scrapping and find themselves within striking distance.
Jack in the box. Game summary, AD. Boy, what a night. Both ends of the floor. But he's out right now with 4 fouls and the 25 points. Hard, not quite the explosiveness that he has shown in the past, but again, plenty of time for him to heat up. LeBron filling up the stat sheet like only he can. 18, 7 and 7, 1 and 1. But Stu, it's a 16-5 Houston run. And one of the differences, no blocks, no steals for the Lakers this half after 7 blocks, 7 steals in half number one.
And they've also gotten a little complacent because even though they haven't had the blocks and stuff in this half, they went up by 27 early. So now that it's a 13-point game, they've got to just reestablish themselves on the really on both ends of the floor, but especially the defensive end.
And get to running the floor. Defense leading to offense. They have 20 fast break points tonight. Caruso leans in, stays with it. Tried to get it over to LeBron. It's going to be out of bounds, Lakers. Caruso doesn't get the whistle. Checks for damage. And now it'll be inbounds with 9 to shoot.
When you're not known as a offensive player in the NBA, and I don't think Caruso is yet known as an offensive guy, you rarely get any kind of calls like that.
Montrez back into the game, immediately gets an offensive rebound. Everybody waiting for the verdict.
I think they got Caruso again with some blood on him. LeBron's cleaning it up.
Yeah, let me just quickly do this. We don't need a
LeBron said, it's gone. Now what?
Oh, that's what he was checking on, as you saw a moment ago. 83-70. Should still be Laker basketball. It's Jason Kidd on the bench. One of the fine Laker assistants. You know, we discussed the other day how it's different without fans. Home, road, what's the success rate? And you've got a little information numbers-wise on the splits, Mike Trudell.
Yeah, so our friend Mike Breen on the Knicks broadcast earlier today said, so I want to make sure that they get credit for it. It was a plus 19 games above 500 last year at this time, and this year it's -7 for home teams. So a pretty dramatic split, and again, as we keep mentioning, no real home court advantage without the fans.
Yep, and although there are fans, as we say again here, and hello to Mike in New York. And Clyde, there's THT. LeBron poked away as he was trying to seal off James Harden, and the beard is barking. It'll be 7 seconds to shoot for the King and the Lakers.
Lakers finding it just a little bit more difficult to score right now, especially with Anthony Davis sitting on the sideline with those foul trouble.
LeBron holding on to it with 4.5 to shoot. He's going to be wide. Oh, look at Alex is in there trying to poke it away after LeBron is now at 50% after the miss, 7 for 14.
And the Lakers are at 50% as a team.
And you saw Caruso still shaking off with that hand, the wrist. Keep an eye on that. 83-70. Lakers back to full strength, however. Oh, no, Wesley Matthews out here tonight. That's kind of a surprise scratch right before the game. Back and forth goes Gordon. Here he goes over Montrez. That's a good effort. Good challenge by Montrez. Bounce to LeBron. Quickly over to Kuz. Controlling and reorchestrating with THT, who's got 8 points this evening. First of this 2-game mini-series. LeBron will direct traffic with the basketball. 5 on the clock. LeBron looks to attack, travels, turnover, Lakers.
Lakers are just, in the last 5 minutes, they have been totally out of sync offensively.
Frank Vogel knows it. He's called 2 timeouts in this quarter. And the Lakers are 1 for their last 11, Stu.
That's one way to give up a big lead.
Yep, huge drought. Houston is up there shooting to 38.5%. Harden with 16. Only shot it 10 times. All the way, they didn't stop the ball, and it's an 83-72 advantage. What was 27. Harden ups his total to 18. Bounce to Trez. Harrell has 4 points. Back to the basket. Now he goes into the key, looking for the hook shot. They strip it right away. Harden a little out of control, nearly ran into Caruso. Gordon poked away by THT. Down goes Caruso to get it. To Taylor Horton-Tucker. What a play! Throw it down!
Caruso should get the points.
Selling out.
That was some dive and save, a steal by Caruso, and he should get the assist and the points.
The Caruso, the GOAT, right at midcourt. What a play. Defense and then the presence of mind to get it to Taylor Horton-Tucker. Let's see if that ignites the Lakers a little bit.
Good effort, though. I mean, good poke of the ball free by THT, but look at the dive, the save, the pass, and then the finish for THT. Nice job of getting the defense going again.
They'll shoot a couple with 1:13 remaining. So Horton-Tucker combines with Alex, the initial poke free that time by THT.
Eric
Working
Gordon
hard at both ends.
Eric Gordon now 2 out of 3 from the free throw line, has yet to scratch from the field. That's very unlike Eric.
Yeah, his scoring though has regressed the last 3 years, but you can chalk a lot of that up to nagging injuries. Original 7th pick of the draft, in and out, no. Rebound off the free throw, secured by Kuz. And now Schroeder for the Lakers. Yo-yo dribble with the left hand. Schroeder will move to the left wing side. Around a pick. Horton-Tucker launches. Ooh, not even close. Clank that brick off the left side. Taken out by Houston. They're attacking with Gordon. Tried to slip it over to Tate. Lakers have it. 3-on-3. Caruso, drive, kick. Kuzma, yes!
Defense does it every time. They got the stop. They got out in early offense. Floor spread, and much easier to score when you're not going against 5 defenders.
Ring it up. Kuzma from Caruso. Now they're doubling up on the perimeter. Not going to get a whistle. Tate with the offensive rebound. And a foul with 35 seconds remaining here in the third.
And they play that 4-guard lineup that the Rockets like to play. Actually, I think they're a pretty much 5-guard lineup right now. They're active. Sometimes they don't get a lot of production offensively out of it, active on the defensive end.
Well, again, they sold their soul for the small lineup last year. Got rid of all the bigs. Different general manager now,
yeah.
Different coach, different direction.
Yeah, but they still have P.J. Tucker's. Technically, he's a forward.
No, it's right.
But he's only about 6'5".
You can't turn it all around that quickly. Against
so they're
Stephen
going with
Silas.
The small lineup.
Yeah, Silas been an assistant with the Bobcats, Hornets, Cavs, Warriors, and more recently with the Mavs before getting this gig. Look at the fast break points. Dominating Lakers. Just a huge advantage. Kuzma, little ball fake, lob, looking for Trez. Misconnection, out of bounds, and they'll have an opportunity at the last shot.
Wow, right idea, but boy, that pass was well off the mark. I think more than anything, Kuz was worried about picking up an offensive foul when he left his feet to make that pass.
Harden, as he always does, or often does, will control things. Shot clock is off. Pick comes from Tate. Harden now attacks on Kuzma. Kuz did a pretty good job. They find the open man out on top, way short. Rebound Trez, and that's the way the quarter ends, as we've written 3 chapters in this one tonight from H-Town.
Well, the Lakers have to come out in the fourth the way they came out in the first, and if they do that, they'll have a much easier fourth quarter as they look to take this victory against the Rockets. They lead it 88-75.
Champions celebrating, but after the quickest turnaround in American sports to start the next season, we got a game tonight in Houston. AD is back with 4 fouls, but 25 points. First possession belongs to the Rockets. Lakers lead in points in the paint, fast break points, bench points, and big on the scoreboard by 13, although it was 27 at one point. First shot is going to be from the perimeter. McLemore, oh, that spins out, and another rebound to Montrezl Harrell.
See, at that time I thought Eric Gordon would try to almost force a shot on their first possession because they had switched and Anthony Davis was on it.
That was a skip underneath, and Wood blocks Davis, but a foul.
I don't know about that one. That was a good anticipation by Christian Wood.
After the skip pass into the post. Both teams still with a challenge, in case you're wondering. Was it the left hand push? Did you see the left hand before it went up? On the body? That might have been
the right hand got him on the wrist as well.
Yeah.
They looked good initially.
AD this year coming in 68% free throw shooter. Not like him at all.
What?
68% coming into the game.
For who? You got the right person?
Raise the brow. Yeah, he's tonight 8 out of 9, so that'll up it over 70%. 9 out of 10. Nice night.
Hard
get to the line, too.
Hard to get your percentage to go up. Very easy to get it to go down.
It's early in the year, so there's not that many. So you can bring it up a little quicker than normal. That's no shot. No shot by John Wall. It's on the floor. And having a little chat with the Laker bench. Of course, his collegiate teammate, DeMarcus Cousins, and former Laker, although he never played a game for them. DeMarcus was thrown out, as was Markieff Morris early in this one. Actually at separate times, however. Wood, 2 big steps, hangs and misses. Good rebound by Schroeder.
Very nice rebound, but
got in there
a bunny missed by Christian Wood there.
Schroeder going to bring it back out after probing to the inside. Right in front of the Houston coach, Coach Silas.
Oh, nice step.
Splits the defense over to Montrez. He's triple teamed, loose ball, and we're going to have a jump. No, we're not.
Wow.
Did that not look like a jump ball?
I thought that was going to be a jump. I did.
And you played basketball and been in basketball for how long?
I thought that was going to be a jump ball.
That's exactly what Frank is saying. Like, if that isn't a jump, what is? Jump ball, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. That's like when they freeze the puck in hockey and they don't whistle it. Just go ahead, bring it out. Or, I mean, freeze it against the boards. Well, an odd call or non-call by the officials. Schroeder down. Remember, he was hit in the face earlier tonight, so he's taking a little bit of it this evening.
They called an offensive foul on John Wall on that play, too. They bumped heads, actually. Schroeder got the worst of that deal.
15-point game. Montrez will leave it for Caruso. Alex with control of it. Quickly to Kuzma, who came around a pick on its way. Tipped up and in beautifully by Montrez. He had great position. Easy does it.
He had great position because he moved his feet. Did a great job of tracking the miss. But that's what he does.
Yeah, give him a rebound and 2 points. He now has 6 points and 7 boards. The walking double-double. On track maybe again tonight. Although he's only played 17 minutes. Going baseline is Gordon, and he scores. Found himself with some room right in the key. They bounce it down low to Trez. Trez spinning all the way to score with the finger roll. Boy, that was nice.
That was really nice, and his awareness, because he actually ended up underneath the basket and behind the plane a little bit.
In the lane, here's Wood. Got away from the fence. They'll count that. And the foul.
A couple of plays by Montrez on our Carl's cam, the tip in where he moves and finds the ball for the putback, and then that last play where he spins on John Wall and see where he's underneath and behind the plane, but reached out with that long arm and laid it in nicely.
He loved the mismatch. Louisville for 3 years, 26 years of age, second-round pick.
And in 18 minutes
Houston.
played, he's tied for game high or team high in rebounding with 7.
Free throw goes in and out. Rebound to Trez. And make it game high now with 8 for the Lakers as he gets the rebound off of the miss. Lakers comfortably up by 15. They weathered the first storm, and nobody picks up Schroeder. That looked like a layup line, didn't it?
It actually looked like they had heard a whistle or something.
That's just an easy layup line for Schroeder.
Steal.
And now he takes it away. Another defense, offense. Schroeder, middle, bounce, Kuz, score!
Boy, when they play defense, look how easy they get up and down the floor. Dennis Schroeder deserves all the credit on that one.
25 fast break points. 16 Houston turnovers.
Defense to offense. You want to run, you want to spread the floor, play the defense. Schroeder with the steal, Schroeder with the assist, Kuz with the basket.
Land Rover, above and beyond performance spotlight.
Well, who else other than Anthony Davis? 27 points. He's 9 out of 10 from both the free throw line and the field. In his spare time, he hasn't had any. He's had 3 blocks. He's just disrupted their offense. But, boy, he has been an absolute nightmare again for the opposition.
Stu, during the break, you were sitting here and you were talking about him and marveling at how good he is. Can you articulate in a couple of sentences why he's one of the best players you've ever seen?
Well, I mean, he's got so many weapons. I mean, he can do so many things. You don't have to, as a defender, what you try to do is take away what they do best. Well, if you take away what he does best, you're still leading him to something that he does very good.
And at the other end, a 3-point basket, 98-82. Only got 8.5 left. Montrez posted up. He's trying to back in. He likes that matchup, and he scores easily over John Wall.
If they're going to play a 6'3" guy on him, they should go to him almost every time down.
Montrez knows it, too. So the Lakers hit the century mark. This Laker team, 3rd offensively ranked in the NBA, 6th on defense. Trying to win and secure their 8th of the year. Wood, the former running Reb at UNLV. Schroeder, time is on the Lakers' side, and they got a huge advantage. Schroeder pull up. Wasn't going to be able to get it. Gave it to Trez. Got it right back. Little 2-man game. And here goes Anthony. Kick it over to Kuz. Kuz with time winding down, but he didn't have to fire it. But he was drifting, so he did, and didn't draw iron. Now McLemore. Long shot, long rebound. Caruso quickly gives it to Schroeder. On the attack, all the way, blocked by Harden. Did it hit the baseline? Apparently not. Kuzma gets it from Caruso on the little touch pass.
That's a nice little tap pass there by Caruso. Lakers go back up by 20.
And Kuz in double figures tonight, 13. Caruso, the dish, he's got 4 assists and 4 rebounds. He's going to go the other way. 20-point Laker lead. No basket on that last exchange. KCP back in, and it's going to be AD taking it.
KCP comes in, and Caruso goes out. Also, Kuzma goes out of the ball game.
Now, the only Lakers that are available tonight that we haven't seen would be Quinn Cook and McKinney. Wesley Matthews will not play tonight. Here's the hook over to Davis. Davis, rainbow, not going to get there. Rebound, Houston.
Well, when you've got 27 points on 11 shots, you have definitely got the job done.
James Harden will back it out with AD in front of him, trying to go around him. AD just trying to stand there. He's got 4 fouls, so didn't want to get one away from elimination. And Harden goes all the way and scores. Quickly lobbed to Trez as we approach the halfway mark of this 3rd quarter. There's that mid-range jump shot. Boy, has he added that to the arsenal. Wasn't there last year.
He said, I had it there last year. I didn't get to use it.
Apparently not. He loves this free-flowing Laker offense. He is not pigeonholed into one thing or another, that he felt possibly that's where he was last year. They throw it out of bounds, and that's sort of the game in a nutshell right there. Another turnover for Houston. Lakers have turned the previous 17 turnovers into 23 points.
Anthony Davis is headed to the sideline with 5:41 to play as THT comes in. The Lakers take a timeout also. So let's make sure that everybody stays healthy in the final 5 minutes.
Base capital, Nissan. Lakers calendar. Rockets again on Tuesday, then the back-to-back, and Wednesday it's at the Thunder. Home to the Pelicans. MLK Day. TNT only. Warriors at home on Monday. Then Stu, the start of a 13-day, 7-game road swing that's taken the Lakers back east.
Yeah, but they've shown that they're a pretty good road team.
Does not scare them in the least. LeBron, 104-84. You maintain this for the next couple of minutes, and this one is over. 104-84 might already be, but you don't want to get sloppy or complacent.
LeBron trying to explain to the officials what happened on the weak side there.
Well, Wood, Wall, and Harden all are in double digits, but they're not getting any help from anyone else. So their big three doing almost all their scoring, and they do it again as Harden finds Wood, who throws it down.
So Harden's, what is that, his 9th assist of the game?
That one comes up short. Harden has 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 20 points. 3-ball rattled in. So that's 5 quick points, and it's 104-89.
There'll be a loose ball foul on the Rockets here, I think.
And they're going to have to sort it out. That was McLemore who knocked down the 3. Remember when McLemore came into the league about 8 years ago? So many high hopes out of KU, Kansas. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. But just hasn't really fulfilled the promise, but he's still a good shooter from the outside.
He shows flashes, but just consistency
exactly
is the name of the game.
LeBron, 15-point advantage. Less than 5 to play. Boy, THT had one of the highlight plays of the night. He and Caruso teaming up for defense to offense. Now to Schroeder. Montrez with 2 on the clock, and he's going to shoot free throws.
Yeah, he did his drop step and got fouled. I thought he was going to try to flush that one. But he will go to the line and shoot free throws. This will be his first attempts in the game. He's 6 out of 10 from the field. He's got 12 points and 8 rebounds.
High energy, 23 minutes for Montrez. Averaging 24 this season, so he's right on target. He'll get a couple of free throws. Well, the Lakers go where you go with the Lakers mobile app, presented by Wish Shopping. Follow each game with live stats, score alerts, read insider news, and more. Download to your iPhone or Android right now.
You know, the leading rebounder in this game, John Wall.
He's got a double-double tonight.
Yeah.
10 boards, 14 points. It's good to see him back healthy. And again, dealt for Russell Westbrook. So not often you get superstar like that.
There have been a number of attempts of trying to get the perfect marriage for Harden in the backcourt. You know, what have they gone through?
How many divorces? That's a lot of divorces. Leaning in, KCP not going to get the whistle. Tried to tap at a good hustle by Horton Tucker. Lob to Montrez. He's there. He scores. THT got it to him where he can do damage.
That was a nice play. I was talking about how many people he's had working with him in the last few years. Chris Paul. You've got Russell Westbrook. Now you've got John Wall.
And again, it did work out with the 3 stars at OKC. Remember, he was with Durant and Russ, and they couldn't bring home a title.
That was young. That was in their young career, though.
Remember when they scared the Lakers early in that series when they were young in their careers?
Got a timeout. Again, Montrezl Harrell dominating on the inside.
108-89. And Stu, what are they challenging here?
Well, they're challenging the foul on the play. They're saying that Montrezl took it up. He wasn't fouled by John Wall. So at this point, with the score the way it is, just use the challenge and use the challenge. So the successful challenge.
So no three-point opportunity for Harrell, but boy, what a first couple of weeks as a Laker for Montrezl Harrell. Everybody was lining up for a free throw.
Well, it's a success, so they should have it out of bounds under the basket after a score. There are not going to be any free throws.
No, exactly. Everybody was lining up.
They said it's
Did they not even know there was a challenge?
What were the players were watching or listening to?
Not one of them.
They're lining up on the line.
We're not even there and we knew what was going on. 108-89.
We're there.
Sort of. Yes, exactly. As all the Laker fans are. And we thank you for joining us wherever you may be. The Lake Show is strong as ever. We're with you again on Tuesday, 5 o'clock. 108-89. Lakers are going to win this one and win their 8th game of the year. And they're going to be 5-0 on the road. Would count it foul. So they're still in there trying to chip away. The 25-year-old Christian Wood.
Talked about Christian Wood was having a tough time in the first half. Well, his numbers are going to look good. He's got 22 points on 10 out of 19 from the field.
Stu, he scored at least 20 points in all 7 games that he's played this
He's
year.
got his average right now.
Yeah.
He just checked in with his 23rd point.
I'm telling you, he is the legitimate third option. Yeah. 3-year, $41 million deal. Looks like a pretty good deal for them. Here's Schroeder missing from the outside. Might have wanted to run the clock down a little bit more, but he let it go. Harden lobs underneath. Lakers had that red, but Wood got it. Oh, he missed the dunk. Schroeder quickly, THT, you know, he wanted to attack, tried to get it to Kuzma. They toe the line after the turnover. The Lakers.
Yeah, that time when THT didn't have anything, good steal by THT.
Port Tucker again. Here he goes to lay it in. Doing it all himself right
That's
there.
the long arm of THT on that steal.
Wingspan,
James Harden is dribbling, and all of a sudden that long arm just comes out of nowhere, taps it free.
He is the real deal. THT showed it to us in the preseason, and guess what, Stu? It's carried over to the regular season.
There he's dribbling, and look at that long arm reach out and just tip it free and gets the Lakers out running. The defender, John Wall, doesn't really commit, so he takes it himself. You don't pass for the sake of passing. You know, you just got to make sure you read the defense. Sometimes they're going to try to bait you into making that pass.
Yeah, nice help from Kuz. That's 3 steals tonight for Talen Horton-Tucker. And right at the top of the show, Mike Trudell talked about how the Lakers just buried them with the fast break during the playoffs, and they're doing it again tonight.
Oh yeah, they're just dominating in that transitional part of the game. But their defenses had so much to do with it. 29 fast break points to only 7 for the Rockets. And you would think the Rockets, when they play so small, would be running more. But no, they're not, because the Lakers are dominating them on the defensive end, getting out and running themselves.
And it's funny, because Houston, the last few games, had done a marvelous job stopping the opponents in transition. Not tonight. Lakers are not going to be denied in that regard. The 2 stars are on the bench. Another great team effort. Lakers have 5 in double figures. They've out-rebounded Houston by a wide margin. Points in the paint, they're a +12.
A good look at THT there. He's got 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals.
Yep. Across the board. Gasol's back in, Quinn Cook's in, McKinney's in, and McKinney got lost on defense. And the throwdown by Sterling Brown.
That's what happens when you don't talk on defense. When you just anticipate something, you got to talk and let your teammate know what is going to happen.
Mark holds it with one hand, now spins. Looks like he might fall away. He does.
Wow.
Did not draw iron. 110.94 as we run out the string here. Oh, another one. Forced steal.
He just took that one away.
Wow. Just pick his pocket. And here he goes to score again. Talon Horton-Tucker. Come on.
His defense has been impressive. Impressive.
And that little spin that KCP is showing us, that's one of his signature shots.
Oh, he exposed the basketball, and man, did THT take it.
There it is. The spin finish. How deep is this Laker team? I mean, it's exactly what Frank Vogel said. He started Markieff the other night. One of the reasons was, he said, he just hadn't been getting the minutes that I wanted to give him. I mean, how am I going to spread it around?
Yeah, it's tough to play more than like 10 people. It's really tough to give them the kind of minutes that it takes.
What they want, yeah. And the Lakers
they want
about
that, it
11
really
deep.
takes.
Horton-Tucker looking for more. McKinney's under there. Can't finish, stays with it, and he's got it.
Gets a rebound and a basket.
Nice. Alfonso's got it on the follow. McKinney with the score. 4th year in the league. Again, same two teams on Tuesday. We'll see if anything boils over between Cousins and Morris.
Hey, I brought that subject up early.
Yeah.
After thinking about it, I really don't think
it's gonna.
No,
yeah.
no.
Enough time will have passed. Plus, this whole game will have passed.
What a pass.
Oh, and underneath the finish. That's a great feed.
What a
That's
pass.
a great feed. The brilliant Marc Gasol. Genius as far as passing the basketball.
3 Lakers off the bench in double figures.
THT strong game.
You pass it to Mark, you just got to keep moving and keep your eyes on him, because he'll find a way.
Right there.
If you've got the least bit of a crack to get open, he'll find a way to get it to you. What a pass to THT.
And the beauty of the bounce, right, Stu?
I love the bounce pass.
Yeah. Beauty of the bounce pass.
That's the only pass that could have gotten through there. Got Kuzma off the bench with 13, Montrez 16, and THT with 17.
It'll make for a fun day off tomorrow. Lakers will get some practice time in.
Lakers as a team have 13 steals.
They have forced 21 turnovers. 21. Cook, he gets in the book. So everybody that played scored tonight except for Keefe, because he got kicked out after 3 minutes.
Yeah, he didn't get enough time.
No, he didn't. Unfortunately. 120-100. Lakers average about 114 a game offensively. Actually, defensively, this is below what they give up, which is 106 per game. That'll be the last Lakers shot of the night. Houston will probably get one more. And they do. Underneath, the concession layup.
All they have to do now is take it across midcourt and hatch it.
And then we'll see again in 48 hours. And Quinn does just that. They're going after it, but Cook secures it. And the Lakers are now 8-3 and still undefeated on the road. 5-0, and they remain having the best record in the NBA. They had shared it with a couple of other teams, and you can't lose it when you win here tonight. So it's a 8-3 record for the Lakers. Best in the West.
Yeah, smiling Anthony Davis with a night's work. 9 out of 12 from the field. 27 points for AD.
Rockets are now 3-5 and 3-2 at home. For Stu and Mike, I'm Bill McDonald. So long. We're the Lakers. Blow them out tonight in H-Town. Make sure to catch our next telecast Same two teams, Tuesday at 5 o'clock. The Lakers and the Rockets hook up again. Time now to check in with the studio. Stay with us for Access Sportsnet Lakers. It's coming up right now, and it's driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. See you Tuesday.